a quick little tutorial that has made PowerPoint a little more tolerable for me. My number one PowerPoint complaint is the tools. The tools you need for basic layout are scattered and buried in a myriad of options here. I mean, we have our top menu bar that offers all sorts of tools, and then the main toolbar up here has like multiple sub toolbars. It becomes very cumbersome to quickly access what you need for basic page layout. So hopefully these tips will help your workflow feel more similar to the Adobe ecosystem that we're all used to. So the first thing I'm going to talk to you about is the quick access toolbar. You can see up here the quick access toolbar, which is already populated with some tools that I commonly use. I'm going to walk you through real quick how to set that up and the tools I recommend to put in there that aren't accessible when you're just doing basic page layout. So let's start by hitting these three dots and go down to more commands. I'm going to reset my quick access toolbar so we can be at the same point here. So you'll see here we have our choose from popular commands. These are all the popular commands that are available. And then this is our quick access toolbar here on the right. First thing we're going to do is get rid of the stuff we don't need. I leave turn autosave on and off available because I do frequently use that. I like to generally have it on, but sometimes for one reason or another, I don't want it to save what I'm doing. So I can quickly turn that off, make any sort of, test I want and see if it works. And if it does work, I can turn it back on. And, I have more control that way. So I like to leave autosave on and off available, but I get rid of my home. Save, you should be using Command S. Undo, again, Command Z. Repeat, I just don't use it in this context. So now we are down to just turn autosave on and off and a nice clean toolbar. So we're going to start adding commands. And what we want aren't always available in the popular commands, so we're going to switch over to all commands. And I find that the most important thing that I need that is not available is alignment tools. So we're going to go down and start right here. We have align center, align middle, align bottom, align left, align right, and align top. Now these other align in here, these are text alignment tools. So we're going to hit this one now, align left, align right, and in typical PowerPoint fashion, our last alignment option is way down here, center text. So now we have our object alignment tools and our text alignment tools. So now we're going to scroll down just a little bit further. Some other tools I like to have available for a layout is distribute horizontally and distribute vertically. And this is when you have like 3 items set up, spread across the page. You can select them all, click on this, and this will make all the distance between them equal, either horizontally or vertically. Keeps things nice and clean. And the last couple of tools we need, going a little further here, I like to have flip horizontal and flip vertical available. It just comes in handy for images and things like that. Next one we want to add is insert picture. And finally, we go back up. I like to put this one last because I use it so commonly. I want it to be the last tool in the list. Display the selection pane. So now our toolbar is all set up. We have our alignment tools, our text align tools, our distribution tools, flipping tools, insert picture, and the display selection pane tool. So we're going to hit save. Go ahead and close this out. And now we have all our tools out here. Most of these, I don't think I need to really walk through. They're obvious what they're for, but the open selection pane, that may be a new one. So let's click on that. And basically what we have now is a layers palette. like you would see in Photoshop or Illustrator. We can turn items on and off. We can name items, headline, text. We can reorder items, say they want this on top, rather than behind. Just it gives you a lot more control. You have a lot more visibility into how things are layered. And it also, when you can label items, it makes animation much, much easier. So if I know this image here is called tool bar, and I add an animation of some sort to it, flying in, when I go to my animation pane, it shows up as toolbar in my animation pane. Much easier to keep track of what pieces you're animating in what order. A much easier way to work. So selection pane is a lifesaver. The other way I get past PowerPoint's lack of tools accessibility is keyboard shortcuts. And here are three of the ones that I use most commonly. Copy style and paste style are two incredibly useful tools. Say I have a piece of text here and I want to apply this style to any other piece of text on the page. All I do is select this, Command C, select my other text, Command Shift V, and there's my character style transferred over to this. And it picks up shadows, colors, fonts, most attributes. I won't say all attributes because things like leading aren't necessarily picked up, but the overall appearance of the text will definitely transfer easily, and it saves you just tons of time rather than styling things individually one at a time. And same thing is with objects. Say I have this box I've applied all these 3D effects to. I hit Command Shift C, Command Shift V, and it applies all those effects right to this shape quickly. And it also just applies those commands to any other shape I may be wanting to use that I want to have a similar look to. Real time saver. The final keyboard shortcut that I find invaluable is Command Shift 1, which opens our format palette. So let's select something, hit Command Shift 1, and there's our format palette. And we now see our fill options, our stroke options, shadow options, all sorts of different things, but it's all easily accessible once we access our format palette. So those are my tips to get through the nightmare that can be PowerPoint.